Navigating home loans after bankruptcy can feel like a complex journey, but understanding the waiting periods involved can help guide you toward homeownership or refinancing. Specifically, when we talk about the Fannie Mae bankruptcy waiting period, we're discussing the time that must pass after a bankruptcy discharge or dismissal before you can qualify for a new mortgage under Fannie Mae's guidelines. This waiting period allows borrowers to rebuild their credit and demonstrate their financial stability before taking on a new mortgage. Now, the waiting period can vary depending on the type of bankruptcy you've gone through. For a Chapter 7 bankruptcy, the standard waiting period is 4 years from the discharge or dismissal date. However, if there were extenuating circumstances that led to the bankruptcy, that waiting period can be reduced to just 2 years. When it comes to Chapter 13 bankruptcy, the timeline is a bit different. If the bankruptcy was discharged, you'll need to wait 2 years before you can apply for a new mortgage. If it was dismissed, the waiting period extends to 4 years from the dismissal date. Again, in cases of extenuating circumstances, the waiting period could be shortened to 2 years, even after a dismissal. For those who have experienced multiple bankruptcy filings, the waiting period extends to 5 years from the most recent discharge or dismissal date. But similar to the other cases, extenuating circumstances could reduce this waiting period to 3 years. These guidelines are in place to ensure that borrowers have enough time to rebuild their credit and demonstrate that they are financially stable before pursuing a new mortgage. Understanding these timelines is key to managing your path to homeownership or refinancing after bankruptcy. By keeping these requirements in mind, you can better prepare yourself for the process and shorten the time it takes to qualify for a new mortgage. It's important to remember that these timelines aren't set in stone. Extenuating circumstances such as medical emergencies or loss of income can impact the waiting period. If you find yourself in a situation where you need to shorten your waiting period, it's important to work closely with your lender to provide the necessary documentation and explanations. In the end, the Fannie Mae bankruptcy waiting period is all about providing you with the time needed to rebuild and regain your financial footing, ensuring you're ready for the responsibilities of homeownership once again. Visit jvmlending.com for more info or to talk to an expert about getting a mortgage after bankruptcy.